Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Jordan, and today I've got a pretty fun video idea, if I do say so myself. So it's not a surprise, like the title says. I'm going to be taking reading comprehension quizzes for books that I have read so far this year. And how this video idea came about is, last month I was participating in this online book club reading challenge that required me and this team I was on to read a book and then take a comprehension quiz at the end to make sure that we actually read it. And as I was doing that, I was talking to my husband about it, and he actually brought up the question of, if I had to take a reading comprehension quiz for every book that I read this year, how would I do? And of course, I say that I would do pretty well because I think that I can remember and understand all of the books that I've read pretty well. He was a little more skeptical, and I thought it was a really fun idea. You know, obviously a lot of us on BookTube get some scrutiny or some criticism based on the number of books that we read every month or every year, and maybe questioned about how much we're actually retaining about the books that we read. And so I thought this would be really fun to put that to the test for myself. Obviously, I'm not speaking for anyone else. If you read books and think that you retain them, good on you. I totally say more power to you for the more books that you can squeeze into any given month or year. But this is just for fun, and I also thought it would be fun to compare some of the books that I have read more recently compared to books that I have read earlier on in the year to see if my retention goes down as time goes on. Obviously, you would think that that's true, but I'm excited to put that to the test. I am going to try to do this on my iPad and to record the screen, and I think I should be able to pop it up right here for you. So let's go ahead and do that. 3, 2, 1, recording. Okay. I have not looked up these quizzes before starting this. I didn't want to cheat or anything, and so I wrote down a list of books from the months of this year that I assume may have comprehension quizzes out there. I don't know who makes these. We're gonna Google it together and find out. In August, I read the book 11/22/63 by Stephen King. It's like 1,000 pages long, and I read it within 6 days, I believe, and so I got through it really quickly, but I'm pretty sure that I got all of it. So let's see if there are any 11/22/63 book quizzes out there. All right, 11/22/63 from bookregs.com. So I will probably speed this up and give some commentary after I'm done. What the heck? Why is that ad covering the whole screen? I don't know how to close the ad. Okay, I'm just gonna have to guess what the, oh, there we go. This is less interesting than I was assuming it would be. I'm realizing that one of the hardest parts of this might be remembering character names. That's definitely one of the first things that goes in my retention of a book. I think usually major plot points I can remember, but character names, if there's any trick questions with character names, that might be a problem. All right, we're reading. Oh, of course, I have to register. Please hold. All right, I got 23 out of 25, or a 92%. I am happy with that. I would say anything 90% or above is good retention rate. So I only missed 2 questions. So 11/22/63, which I read in August, I got a 92% score on the quiz. So I would say that is good reading comprehension, which is nice for such a long book. All right, going backwards a little more, I'm gonna go to a book that I read in July and that I think will probably have a quiz, and that's gonna be The Hate U Give by Angie Thomas. SparkNotes has a quiz. Let's see how that'll work. All right, and I don't know how many questions this is, so let's go ahead and take it. Oh, it tells you the answers right away. All right, first question I got wrong. That's unfortunate. See, the issue is with the character names. This quiz is going a little less well. All right, I got 16 out of 25 correct. Not my best work. What is that? 16 times 4, 40, 64%. I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy with that. I'm a little disappointed in myself because I read the book and I watched the movie, although I did those in the same week, and I know that there is a lot to say about cramming a lot of information into a short amount of time. That's why you're not supposed to cram for, tests in school, is because then you won't retain the information long term. And so since I read the book and watched the movie all within 1 week, that could have possibly negatively affected my retention. But I'm bummed about that. I guess maybe it's time for a reread of that book just because it's so important. I want to I want to remember it. I want to make sure that I know the information as well as I can. All right, let's see how I can do on books that I read towards the beginning of this year. So one that I read back in March that I'm sure has quizzes associated is Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. So it looks like Book Rags has another quiz for this book. I'm not sure why this ad keeps popping up or how to close it, but it's pretty annoying. Yeah, I'm losing a lot of the details here. All right, not too confident about that. All right, 19 out of 25 or 76%. That is a C. Yeah, another bummer. I'm disappointed in that. Another one that I thought may have quizzes that I read actually at the very beginning of the year. I read Red, White, and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston. I read that in January. All right, this quiz has 30 questions. So let's see how I do here. It's questions like this that I don't know how anyone could really retain. But what burger chain did Alex and Raphael frequent during the latter's Senate campaign? I have no idea. No idea. 10 questions in, and I haven't been positive about a single one. All right, I'm not feeling hopeful about this one at all. 12 out of 30 or 40%. I got an F. Whew, maybe the critics are right. Am I getting any kind of wisdom or information from this, or am I just getting embarrassed? All right, I think 4 quizzes is probably enough for this video. Did we learn anything? I don't know. Maybe the critics are right. Maybe we don't retain information about the books that we read if we read so many in a year. There's no way for me to disprove this. I guess maybe someone who only reads 1 or 2 books a year, if they took quizzes on those, would be able to see if they retain the information better. I don't know. I'm quite disappointed in myself, to be completely honest. I would love to pass on this challenge to anyone else who is pretty confident in their reading comprehension. If you would like to take book quizzes for books that you've read throughout the year and see if you can retain them all the way back to January. We'll see what I can make of this video, if I can salvage it in editing. If nothing else, it's entertainment for you guys to see me failing at reading comprehension quizzes. Maybe I'll try this again and try to find some new books that I've read throughout the year and see if I can redeem myself with some higher scores. But so far, maybe I'm a total fraud and I'm just reading books and not actually paying that close of attention. I don't know. Let me know your guys' takes on this topic if you have any opinions whatsoever, or if you happen to have done something similar in the past. I thought this was an interesting conversation nonetheless. Even if we can't get any hard conclusion from it, at least we can talk about it. But yeah, other than that, I don't have anything else. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one.